Hey, what's up guys? Gian here of Gadget Pilipinas. It's been a while since I made a video. I'm still overseas, that's why we have a different setup right now. And I just came from my coverage of AMD Ryzen 7000 launch in Austin, Texas. Now, in case you missed it, iOS 16 is now available for compatible devices. We have an article detailing the major changes on our website. And in this video, I'll show you some of these things on our iPhone 13 Pro Max. Let's get started. One of the standout features of iOS 16 is the introduction of interactive lock screens. Apple reimagined the lock screen and added a ton of personalization options. You can now add depth effect to your lock screen photo, which eventually adds a new life to it. Now what it does is it reads the depth data of the photo, which usually works on portrait photos or any photos with perceivable background depth, and uses it to play around with the widgets. Now speaking of widgets, apart from depth data, you can now also add widgets on your home screen, making it easier for you to check on specific information without unlocking your phone. While this is not something new for Android users, this is definitely a breath of fresh air for users of non-jailbroken iPhones. The new notifications section from the lock screen also has been redesigned. It now lets you view notifications in expanded list, a stacked or count view. You can customize this however you like. Another thing that they added is your ability to drag a specific subject of your photos and drop it to popular social media or messaging applications. Similar to lock screen's ability to read depth data, this is pretty much the same thing that happens with this new feature when interacting with your photos. Simply press and hold something on the photo and drop it to the application of your choice, like Facebook Messenger or iMessage, to name a few. And speaking of messaging, Apple added new features to messages. It is now possible to edit, undo send, mark conversations as unread, which lets you get back to a specific message for later reading and interaction. Another big deal that Apple added to iOS 16 is passkeys. Passkeys is Apple's next generation credential that cannot be phished or leaked, as it uses Touch ID or Face ID for biometric verification, and iCloud keychain to sync across your Apple devices with end-to-end encryption. With this feature, Apple just basically integrated a physical key like a YubiKey NFC to all compatible Apple devices. Now with this solution, this eliminates the need to key in your password, and this is how Apple and other companies are gearing towards safe, passwordless security. Now, if you're upgrading to iOS 16, you will notice a fitness app on your device, even if you do not own an Apple Watch. Now, in lieu of the Apple Watch, the fitness app gets movement and activity data from your device, which I think is amazing, albeit nothing new in most health applications. Now, speaking of the health app, Apple just added medications, which lets you build and manage medications list. You can also create schedules and reminders, as well as tracking your medications, vitamins, or supplements. Multi-stops on Apple Maps also arrived on iOS 16, giving users a versatile way of using it. This is particularly useful if you have multiple errands to do in a single trip. Now, another new feature is you can now add haptic feedback to your keyboard. You have to be aware though that enabling this feature will affect battery performance, especially if you're into texting. And last, but certainly not the least, is the return of the battery percentage. You can now see the percentage of remaining battery even without swiping Control Center. You can enable this by going to Settings, Battery, and Enable Battery Percentage. Those are pretty much some of the new things that you can do in iOS 16. I'm sure that there's plenty more for you to discover. Just some thoughts though, while most of these features are already available in Android, integrating these changes on iOS 16 makes it easier for Android users to embrace iOS moving forward. So, if you have been hesitant on switching from Android to iOS, knowing that iPhones are like Android now should make things easier for you to have a change of heart. Or not. That's it for our video today. I hope you've had a great time watching as much as I loved making this video. If you liked it, be sure to like and subscribe. This has been Gian of Gadget Pilipinas, and I'll catch you in the next video where I'll talk about the Steam Deck. Oh yes, I already got my Steam Deck. Bye.